that warm air coming from your vents, the one that used to be cold. You turn the dial all the way down, you press the AC button, you wait, and the car still feels like an oven. That is when the expensive words start: recharge, compressor diagnosis, evaporator service, $800. Here is what the shop does not say first: that in a large percentage of cases, the reason your AC stopped working has nothing to do with the compressor, nothing to do with refrigerant, and the actual broken part costs between $1 and $15 at any auto parts store. Mechanics know the cheap list. They just do not start there, because starting there does not pay the same. In the next 8 minutes, you are going to learn the 5 things to check before you approve a single dollar of AC work. And you are going to understand exactly why the industry built its diagnostic process to skip them. Start with how the money works. The average AC diagnostic fee in America is $100 to $150. That fee exists before anyone touches a part, before they open the hood, before they plug in a scanner. And what that scanner does is read fault codes. Codes that tell the shop what stopped working, not what caused it to stop. That difference is where the money lives. When your compressor clutch stops engaging, the scanner sees a compressor fault. It does not see that the compressor stopped engaging because a $4 relay failed to send it power. The shop prices a compressor. You approve it. The relay gets replaced by accident during the job, or it does not, and the new compressor fails the same way 6 months later. This is not fraud. This is a diagnostic system that reads symptoms and stops there. You are about to read causes. And there is one more thing worth knowing. AC work carries some of the highest labor margins in the repair industry. Refrigerant handling requires certification. That certification creates a wall. Once you are told the problem is inside the refrigerant loop, you stop asking questions. The wall does its job. The wall only works if you do not know what is outside it. These 5 checks are outside it. Your car AC is not magic. It is a heat-moving machine. It takes heat from inside the cabin, moves it through refrigerant, pushes that heat to the front of the car, and throws it outside. That is the entire job. Heat leaves, cold air comes in. But that only works when 4 things happen in sequence. Electricity has to reach the system. Air has to move through the cabin. The condenser at the front has to release heat. And the cooling fan has to pull air through that condenser when the car is standing still. If any one of those things stops, your AC feels broken, even when the compressor is fine, even when the refrigerant level is fine, even when every expensive part in the system is doing exactly what it is supposed to do. Warm air is not a diagnosis, it is a symptom, and the symptom always gets expensive when you treat it like a diagnosis. Here is the right order. The cabin air filter, $12 to $20. 2 minutes. This is the one that embarrasses people when they see it, because it is so obvious once you know it is there. Your AC can be making cold air perfectly. If the air cannot reach you, you will still sweat. Most cars pull cabin air through a filter hidden directly behind the glove box. That filter catches everything: dust, pollen, leaves, pet hair, years of it. When it clogs, the air has to fight through a wall of compacted debris. The vents feel weak. The cabin cools slowly. Sometimes it smells. And because the air coming out feels bad, people assume the AC system is failing. Open the glove box. Press the sides inward. It drops down. Slide the old filter out. Hold it up to light. If you cannot see light through it, your blower motor cannot breathe through it either. That is the entire test. A new filter is $12 to $20. 2 minutes to install. No tools, no scanner, no refrigerant. Shops can turn a clogged cabin filter into an AC performance complaint. Now you cannot. The fuse. Under $1. 30 seconds. Every part of your AC system runs on electricity, and every electrical circuit has a fuse in front of it. One small protection device. When it blows, the power stops. The part behind it stops too, and the system acts completely dead. Not because anything expensive failed, because the power never arrived. Open your owner's manual, find the fuse diagram. Look for labels like AC, AC, HVAC, blower, or compressor clutch. Pull the fuse. Hold it up to light. Inside that plastic body is a thin metal strip. Solid strip means the fuse is probably fine. Broken strip, blackened strip, gap in the wire. That is your problem. Not maybe, not theory. A real break in the circuit. A replacement fuse costs less than $1. One rule. Replace it with the same amperage. If the fuse says 10, use 10. If it says 15, use 15. Do not put in a larger fuse because it keeps blowing. That is not fixing the problem. That is removing the protection. If the new fuse blows again immediately, something else is shorting the circuit. Stop there and get real diagnosis. But the fuse check costs nothing and takes 30 seconds, and it can stop you from paying for a compressor that never received power in the first place. The relay, $4 to 15, 3 minutes, free to test. This is the $4 part that gets misdiagnosed as a compressor failure more than any other. A relay is a switch. Your AC button does not send heavy current directly to the compressor, it signals a relay to close. The relay sends power to the compressor clutch. When the relay fails, the button lights up, the blower runs, you hear a click, and the air stays warm. Because the compressor never got permission to turn on. Pop the fuse box cover under the hood. Look for a relay labeled AC comp, AC or cooling fan, small black or gray cube. Now look beside it. On most cars, you will find another relay with the exact same shape and part number. Swap them. Start the car. Turn the AC on. Fan high, temperature cold. If the AC works or the problem moves to whatever system you borrowed from, you found the relay. A replacement costs $4 to $15 at any parts store. Mechanics charge $80 in labor to perform exactly that swap. The swap test costs nothing, and it gives you something a scanner cannot. The actual cause, not just the symptom it produced. The condenser. Free to check. The condenser sits at the front of the car, directly behind the grille, in front of the radiator. It looks like a smaller radiator because it does a similar job. It gets heat out of the refrigerant so the loop can keep moving. It also lives in the worst possible location. Every bug, every leaf, every piece of road debris collects against it. Over time, it can clog enough that the system cannot release heat properly. Pressure climbs, performance drops. The vents get warm. Here is the detail that tells you this is the problem. Cold air while driving, warm air at idle or in slow traffic. That pattern means the system works when natural airflow pushes through the grille at speed, but struggles when the car is not moving and the condenser depends on the fan. Look through the grille. If you see a wall of bugs and debris, clean it gently with water and a soft brush. Not a pressure washer, not a screwdriver. The fins are thin. This check costs nothing and sometimes fixes what a shop is pricing as a refrigerant issue. The condenser fan. Free to diagnose. Start the car, turn the AC on, fan high, temperature cold, then open the hood and look at the fan sitting in front of the radiator. On most cars, that fan should spin when the AC is on, because at idle, there is no natural airflow. The fan does the job the forward motion of the car does on the highway. If that fan is not spinning, the system cannot release heat when the car is stopped, so the AC blows cold on the highway and turns warm every time you stop. That pattern gets sold to people as compressor failure or low refrigerant every single day. Check the fan fuse first, then the fan relay. Same process as before. If those are fine, the fan motor or its wiring needs real diagnosis. That is a legitimate repair. But it is a fraction of the cost of a compressor, and now you know to ask about it specifically. Cold while driving, warm at idle. 3 words that change what a shop can charge you. Low refrigerant is real. Leaks are real. Failed compressors are real. This is not telling you those things never happen. It is telling you they are not where you start. Refrigerant does not disappear without a reason. If the system is low, it left through a leak. Adding a can makes the vents cold again temporarily. It does not fix the leak. And if you see oily residue around AC lines, if the compressor clutch never engages at all, or if cold air disappears again within days of a recharge, you have a real system fault. That is when a proper AC shop makes sense. But now you walk in with a language they respect. Not, my AC is broken. My condenser fan is not running. The fuse and relay checked out. and the system cools fine at highway speed but goes warm at idle. One sentence, and suddenly the diagnostic process starts at the right place. The repair industry loves expensive words. Compressor, evaporator, leak detection, system evacuation. Some of those words are legitimate, but they should not appear before the cheap checks. A clogged cabin filter makes cold air feel weak. A blown fuse makes a good system act dead. A bad relay keeps the compressor from ever turning on. A blocked condenser traps heat in the loop. A dead fan makes the AC fail only when the car stops moving. That is the order: airflow, power, heat rejection, fan, then refrigerant, not the other way around. I do not know what brought you here. Maybe your AC quit on the hottest day of the year. Maybe a shop already gave you a number and something told you to check first. Maybe you just want to understand the car you drive every day. Does not matter. The next time warm air comes out of those vents, you will not panic first. You will check. And that changes the whole conversation. Save this for August. Share it with someone who just got an estimate. And subscribe if you want to keep learning the things they charge you not to know. See you in the next one.